Welcome students. Today we will study chapter 8 Human Environment Interactions, the tropical and the subtropical regions from geography. If we see the people across different regions of the world, we find that they look quite different from each other, but their basic needs are the same. For example, food, clothing and shelter. The difference in looks is to some extent due to the climate factors and environmental conditions. The differences in looks may be difference in skin color, hair color and type, facial features, height, weight, etc. The tropics have been historically defined as lying between the Tropic of Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn, located at 23.45 degree north and south latitude respectively. The literal meaning of the word sub is under. The subtropics are geographic and climate zones located roughly between the 23.5 degree and 38 degree parallels in both hemispheres. Thus, the subtropical regions lie beyond the Tropic of Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn in both hemispheres. The river Amazon flows through the mountains to the west of the tropical region and reaches the Atlantic Ocean to the east. Numerous tributaries join the river to form the basin. The river basin drains portions of Brazil, parts of Peru, Bolivia, Ecuador, Colombia and a small part of Venezuela. Now let's study some features of this region. First start with climate. The Amazon basin stretches directly on the equator and it characterized by hot and wet climate throughout the year. It rains almost every day here. The temperature during the day is very high. The humidity is also high during the day. The temperature at night decreases, but there is high humidity. Hence, both the day and night are almost equally hot and humid. Since it rains heavily in this region, the forests are very thick. The forests are so dense that sunlight does not reach the land. Hence, the land is damp and dark. Consequently, only shade-tolerant vegetation can grow here. Orchids and bromeliads grow here. Toucans, hummingbirds, birds of paradise are found here. The brilliantly colored plumage and oversized bill for eating make these birds very different from the birds commonly seen in India. These birds also make loud sounds. Monkeys, sloths and ant-eating tapirs are found here. Various species reptiles and snakes are also found here. Crocodiles, snakes and pythons are in plenty. Some of the species of snakes are anaconda and boa constrictor. Many insects and species of fishes, including the flesh-eating piranha fish, are found here. People grow most of their food in small areas after clearing the trees in the forest. Men hunt and fish, and women take care of the crops. Since hunting and fishing are uncertain, farming is necessary to ensure availability of food. Tapioca, pineapple and sweet potato are the main crops. Manioc or cassava is the staple food. It grows underground like potato. Queen ants and eggs sacs are also eaten by the people of Amazon rainforests. Cash crops like coffee, maize and cocoa are also grown. They practice slash and burn agriculture. The rainforest provide a lot of wood for the houses. People live in thatched houses shaped like beehives. Apartment-like houses called maloka with a steeply slanting roof are also found. With passage of time, the life of the people of this area is slowly changing. Previously, navigating through the river was the only means of reaching the heart of the forest. The Trans-Amazon Highway was made in 1970. It made all parts of the rainforest accessible. Aircraft and helicopters are used to reach all previously inaccessible places. These changes forced the indigenous people to relocate, but they still continue with their distinctive way of farming. A gradual destruction of the biologically diverse rainforest is happening because of the developmental activities. A large area of the rainforest has been disappearing in the Amazon basin, thereby leading to a serious implication, which is washing away of the top layer of the soil and making the land barren. Now the next topic is life in subtropics. The Ganga-Brahmaputra basin is formed in the Indian subcontinent by the tributaries of the river Ganga and Brahmaputra. The basin lies in the subtropical region that is situated between 10 degree north to 30 degree north latitudes. Some of the tributaries of the river Ganga are the Ghagra, the Son, the Kosi, the Chambal and the Gandak. The main features of these basins are the plains of the Ganga and the Brahmaputra, the mountains and the foothills of the Himalayas, and the Sundarbans Delta. Oxbow lakes dot the plains area. Now have a look of climate of the region. The main climate here is the monsoon climate. Monsoon brings rains between mid-June and mid-September. The summers are hot and winters cool. The basin has a varied topography. The environment plays a vital role in the distribution of the population. The mountain areas with steep slopes have sparse population because of inhospitable terrain. The plain area is densely populated because it is the most suitable for human habitation. The soil is highly fertile in the plains. Agriculture is taken up as the main occupation where flat land is available to grow crops. The main crops is paddy. The staple diet of the people is fish and rice. Since it requires sufficient water, it is grown in areas where rainfall is high. The other crops that are grown include wheat, maize, millet and grams. Cash crops such as sugarcane and jute are also grown. Tea plantations are found in West Bengal and Assam. Banana plantations are seen in the plains. In Bihar and Assam, silk is produced by rearing silkworms. Crops are grown on the terraces of the hills that have gentle slopes. Now the landforms influence the vegetation of the area known as FLORA. In the Ganga-Brahmaputra plains, tropical deciduous trees grow along with teak, sal and peepal. Brahmaputra plains has thick bamboo groves. The delta is covered with mangrove forest. Since the climate is cool and the slopes are steep in the parts of Uttarakhand, Sikkim and Arunachal Pradesh, coniferous trees like pine, deodar and fir are found. Now in fauna, there is a wide variety of wildlife in this basin. The common animals are monkeys, tigers, deer and elephants. The Brahmaputra plain has one horned rhinoceros. In the delta area, Bengal tiger, crocodiles and alligators are found. There is abundant aquatic life too. Roe, katla, and hilsa are the most popular varieties of fish. Now the next topic is development of the basin. The Ganga Brahmaputra plain has many big towns and cities like Allahabad, Kanpur, Lucknow, Varanasi, Patna, and Kolkata. The river is getting polluted because of the industrial waste and the waste water from these cities. All the modes of transport are well developed in this area. The plain area has a good network of roadways, railways, and a large number of airports. The transport, particularly along the river, is an effective means of waterways transport. Kolkata is an important port on the river Hooghly. Now, tourism is another major activity of this basin. Some of the tourist spots in this area are Taj Mahal in Agra, confluence of rivers Ganga and Yamuna in Allahabad, Buddhist Stupas in Uttar Pradesh and Bihar, Imambara in Lucknow, Kaziranga Manas Wildlife Sanctuary in Assam, distinct tribal culture in Arunachal Pradesh. So students, here we have covered our all topics of this chapter. With this, have a nice day. Thank you.